Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I am Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Coggins, and we are truly live action with you today.
That's right. And it is the red hour, so
Oh
be
God.
prepared. Be prepared to
Yep.
defend yourself.
Yep. I'm fine.
Are you good?
Yep.
Okay. Because it's red hour in England, just not here yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so. Anyway,
But
guys.
everyone's staying indoors because of the global thing. So maybe I'm fine.
Oh, you should be fine. You should be fine. You can put the phaser down, I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, yes, we're here to talk about, Kirk and Spock and TOS all in Lower Decks. We revisited a planet, don't you know, from an episode of TOS, those old scientists. We revisited Beta 3, which was from Return of the Archons, in case you don't remember, Landru. Come on, guys. But, yeah, fun little nod to TOS there.
And it was definitely. I mean, this episode was full of surprises. Season finale ended with an insanely strong bang, and to start the episode with a sequel to TOS episode with a strong message, and as the thumbnail shows, Kirk and Spock, and I guess Landry behind them actually. So obviously, as Mr. TOS man, how did you react then seeing? Like, did you know Beta 3 was the TOS one, or did it take you those first few seconds in the episode? And what did you think?
It took me literally 2-3 seconds to figure it out. Beta 3, I did not recognize the name, but I had just seen this episode on CTV Sci-Fi literally last week or the week before.
Wow.
And I just caught the last half of the episode where they've discovered the computer and they talk to the computer and it like blows up. So this was quite fun to see, actually. And then to see the Kirk and Spock on the pad, like you said, with Landry behind them, but in TAS, the animated style, I thought was fun. So if they do go back to that era, everything's going to look like that at some point, and I'm sure there's going to be a time travel episode at some point as well. But considering that this wasn't an animated episode, this was a TOS episode, I just think that was a nice, funny little reference. And the fact that even Ransom says TOS. I personally, my TOS would mean that old Starfleet or that original Starfleet or something. But, those old scientists works fine, I guess. It's just a Ransom thing. So
Yeah, that was definitely an unexpected little reference within a reference. I mean, I appreciated it wasn't a formal thing. It was Ransom, his pet name for it, as being a fan of that time. So that was a nice way of having, one guy says it. That's good. So yeah, for me, I didn't obviously get Beta 3. Why would I? But as soon as we saw the scene, I was just like, well, this is the next time on scene. And I was like, okay, interesting. And then, I mean, to show us actual Kirk and Spock, I mean, this episode is full of surprises. I thought the conceit of having them as the animated was very clever because that's a meta reference within a meta joke within a continuity of a joke. Because they wouldn't be the real them. They wouldn't be Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner. And would you want to make a lower decks version of them? Maybe. I think if you see them, you should. But to have them be literally this is the animated universe. I mean, that's very, very clever. And it also makes them look older from a bygone era because that animation style is 40 years old. Obviously, you had Landry's behind them, which is, didn't get until as we were recording. So that's, had to redo animated Landry. I mean, it's clever upon clever upon clever. And even like their reactions, it's like, guys, we went through this. Kirk told you.
yeah, this is literally what Kirk told you.
That's fun.
And you got to wonder what happened to all these TOS societies after Kirk and Spock left. I love how later it's mentioned that, Starfleet, they're a known society, but, we can't expect them to keep the ways of, whatever, a generation or two later.
Now, if you've just heard Landry, how good was the voice artist doing the Landry voice in effect?
Good. It was very similar.
It felt similar to me, but I hadn't gone back and listened because I was watching it fresh. But I mean, to start your episode with TOS, to end it with Riker, I mean, brilliant. And it is short, and what's nice is that it isn't a throwaway scene. It feels like it is, when you consider how episode 1 had like throwing away people's names at the end, like this and this and this, like it's just. But what's great about it is it's not just this is TOS, look, TOS, look. It's my God, Ransom, Starfleet changed society 180 years ago. Why don't we come back? And he's like, well, we go, we're told. And she's like, oh, is that okay? And that's her growth as a character. That's the move. That's the arc of season 2. That's her and Mariner can meet in the middle. So it's such a genuinely strong character scene while being a complete TOS love fest. And that's how you do a reference. It wasn't fan service. It was integrated storytelling using the Star Trek universe.
The fact that the people on the planet still dress the same is kind of concerning. I wish they would have had more modern clothes on. Would have been a lot funnier. Like, 80s clothes or something. Or even like 1960s clothes. Instead of the Victorian look. But and as you said, the picture on the pad was great, being the animated series reference, because it's almost like looking back at like a picture from 1880s. It's like, oh, it's like black and white and stuff. different filters and different. It's hopeful that season 2, because the way that Mariner and her are talking later, that these legacy cultures need to be revisited. Hopefully season 2 is kind of like that, where they go back and look at a lot of the stuff that has been done before. That might be fun, because it makes sense. You'd think, sure, you watch the TOS episode and then they leave, they warp away. And how many times during a review of TNG we were like, so that was a quick wrap up, they're just leaving the planet now, what? And you never get a reference to what happens to that planet, or it's just something you don't think about. And I'm glad that they brought that up, because it's a big problem.
And like I say, it's integrated. That's the important thing. It all fits together. Absolutely.
Considering they're a second contact ship, that's their mission. So
yeah, I mean, it's also the season finale. You want to have an epic note to end on.
And even the whole, we can't just interfere, it has to be something going on that we get ordered to do it. How do you know what's going on if you're not checking on the planet? Same thing happened with, honestly, Wrath of Khan,
Yeah, no, fully.
City Alpha 6 exploded and,
yep,
shifted the orbit of the planet. Nobody checked on them. Like, it's a very big loophole in Star Trek. Anyway, I'm glad it was addressed. You could
argue kind of Star Trek 5, the planet of peace never gets looked on. It's not respected, therefore things go bad there,
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, put down in the comments what you think about all this. Did you like the tie-ins? Did you like the animated Kirk and Spock from the animated series? Because that was kind of awesome, really. So comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all those fun things. Notification icon, because we do have lives discussing this kind of thing all the time, and we always have great videos coming out, looking at different aspects of the lore of Star Trek. So don't want to miss any.
And of course, support if you can directly. These are all free videos, so any and all support is appreciated via Patreon, via super chatting on the YouTube channel, via joining the YouTube channel as a monthly thing, or PayPal. All the ways go together, and if you can't do any of the financial ways, then just make sure you do click like before you click off, and make sure you are subscribed to the bell notification. It does all make a difference. So thanks so much, and tune in for the next OX video, and of course join us in for the Discovery content starting probably already by the time this comes out, or right around the corner. Oh dear, bit more Trek. Oh no, Stuart, more Star Trek. What a shame.
What a world we live in.
See you next time, guys.
At least we don't have to worship a computer. Anyway, until next time, I'll hail the YouTube gods.
And of course, the great panda in the sky. Koala in the sky.
Koala.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.